Greetings, everybody. My name is Wu Fang, and welcome to the Hunger Games Champions episode. We have all of our former champions lined up, and I'm going to acknowledge some things first. First of all, one of these images is not the exact same. That's if you can take a wild guess who it is. I'll give you 5 seconds. All right, if you didn't guess it by now, it was Batman. Batman may look similar, but his image was actually inverted in the original episode. You also might notice in the original episode, I used the four Ghostbusters: Egon, Ray, Peter, and Winston. And in the Ghostbusters episode that we just did, I also used those four. There are going to be repeats. I'll try to keep them out, but if characters qualify for more than one episode and they haven't won, I'll give them that second shot. But anyways, enough of that. It's time to recount our champions and where they were from before we get into this episode. I also want to mention there was a failed take, so oops. Anyways, let's go. We have Dulcian from Street Fighter, Gothmog from Lord of the Rings, Boo from Super Mario, Delphox from our Pokemon starters, Sheev Palpatine from Star Wars villains, Boomy from Avatar and their allies, Jack from Breaking Bad, Mayor Adam West from Family Guy, Elfilin from Kirby, Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons, Guy Smiley with the pup from Sesame Street, Plate from Kitchen Appliances, Linda Stotch from South Park, Someone Kill Her Early and Now, Angie Dinkley from Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc., Don Cheadle from Team Rocket's Pokemon, Jack in the Box from our fast food mascots, Candy Chew from Gravity Falls, Bruce Wayne from 80s Protagonists, 2008 from our literal years, Pancakes from Breakfast Foods, Snappy Smurf from Smurfs episode, Princess Cinderella from our Disney Princesses episode, Monkey D. Luffy from our One Piece episode, and Gary Gruberson from our Ghostbusters episode. These are our champions in play. Now, when I go into these things, I like to have two predictions made in place. And as you can see here, I wrote down a list of all the winners. You may notice Batman's higher than blue. If you don't know by this point, what that very simply means is that I predicted Batman would win at the beginning of the episode, and I was right. Which is why that one is my personal favorite episode before this one. So, of course, if he won once, I'll bet on him again. But now it's time for me to pick another one for our winnings. And I decided that I was going to go with Monkey D. Luffy. As if you look through this entire list, he has anime boost, meaning he's the most likely to win this. He has like the most realistic chance of winning. But enough of that, Jazz. Pick your two former champions. See if you're right at the end of the episode, and let's begin with our season 1 champion list. Let's go, boys. Here we go. As the tribute center on the podium, the horn sounds. Guy and Plate fight Gary and Choodle. Gary and Choodle survive. Guy, Smiley, and Plate are already down. Looks like Sesame Street and Kitchen Appliances were not meant to be that great. Jack gathers as much food as he can. Adam West stabs 2008 in the back with a trident. This is really a bloodbath. 3 people are dead in this first screen. Jack, Candy, and Angie run together to get as many supplies as possible. Elfilin grabs a sword. Luffy takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. Cinderella runs away from the cornucopia. Boo, the Emperor, Delphox, and Snappy share everything they gather before running. Pancakes runs away from the cornucopia. Linda, Dulcian, and Batman get into a fight. Dulcian triumphantly kills them both. Dalsim, I would say that's a mixed move. On the one hand, thank goodness Linda cannot win a second episode. I hated the fact that I put her in the South Park episode. I really wanted her to lose, and then she won. But on the other hand, Dalsim, you killed Batman. Batman was a W man. You killed someone with L Riz and someone with W Riz. That neutralizes your Riz count. Anyways, I guess let's go Luffy. I only have one prediction who made it past. Boomy runs away, Gothmon runs away, and Nelson receives a trident from inside the cornucopia. You know what? I don't think I'd be mad if Dulcian won. Gothmog, Angie, Cinderella, and Candy and Dulcian sleep in hunt for other tributes. Snappy discovers the river. Gary tends to Toodle's wounds. Adam West tends to Luffy's wounds. Jack tries to spearfish with the trident. The Emperor stalks Pancakes. Jack bells for Elfilin to kill him. He refuses, keeping Jack alive. Delphox searches for firewood. Boo searches for firewood. Nelfin camouflages himself in the bushes. Boomy discovers a river. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Guy from District 6, Plate from District 6, 2008 from District 10, Linda from District 7, and Batman from District 9. Meaning we have 19 players left because 24 minus 5 is 19. And District 6 is out of play already. This is way more explosive. This is way more depth than in the first take. But you know what? I'm okay with it. Let's head back to Fallen Tributes and proceed. Gothmog Nelson fight Boomy and Pancakes. Gothmog and Nelson survive. All right. 17 players remain. Gary tries to sing himself to sleep. Elfilin quietly hums. Luffy attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Choodle and Snappy talk about the trip is still alive. Candy questions her sanity. Delphox and Jack sleep in shifts. Dawson thinks about home. The Emperor and Angie hold hands. Jack stays awake all night. Cinderella stabs Adam West with a tree branch. Gosh dang it, dude. The absolute betrayal here. And Boo tries to sing himself to sleep. Day 2, Gothmog injures himself, Jack injures himself, Cinderella, Snappy, Jack, and Dalsim hunt for other tributes. The Emperor receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Boo thinks about home. Nelson tries to spearfish the trident. Luffy overhears Angie and Gary talking in the distance. Candy and Delphox split to search for resources. Chudo tries to spearfish the trident. Alphilin searches for firewood. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Boomy from District 3, Pancakes from District 10, Adam West from District 4. So 19 minus 3 is 16. And if we see everyone's status, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, with District 6 and 10 out of play, everybody. 2 districts already out of play, 16 players left. Who is going to win this? This is already explosive. Nelson receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Angie tends to her wounds. Jack screams for help. Gothmog receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Gary is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Boo convinces Choodle to snuggle with him. Delphox cries herself to sleep. Jack loses sight of where he is. Snappy and the Emperor sleep in shifts. Elfilin receives a hatchet from a non-sponsor. Candy begs for Dalston to kill it. He refuses, keeping Candy alive. Cinderella screams for help. Luffy is awakened by nightmares. Nelson, Cinderella, Candy, and Snappy hunt for other tributes. Dalston defeats Elfilin in the fight but spares his life. The Emperor receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Jack searches for firewood. Delphox explores the arena. Gary makes a wooden spear. Luffy defeats Angie in a fight but spares her life. Boo practices his archery. Trudeau averts Gothmog's attention and runs away. Jack goes hunting. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Candy looks at the night sky. Delphox accidentally steps on the landmine. Ooh. Yikes. Snappy lets Dalsim into his shelter. The Emperor begs for Luffy to kill him. He refuses, keeping the Emperor alive. Nelson, Jack, Nelson, Jack, and Boo sleep in shifts. Gary and Alphilin tell stories about themselves to each other. Cinderella attempts to start fire, but is unsuccessful. Angie dies from an infection. Gothmog tries to sing himself to sleep. Chudo receives a hatchet for an unknown sponsor. Day 4, Alphilin dies of hypothermia. Gothmog plagues flowers. Gary makes a slingshot. Snappy, Jack, Luffy, Boo, and the Emperor hunt for their tributes. Cinderella overhears Nelson and Candy talking in the distance. Chudo dies as dysentery. Dalsim practices archery, and Jack practices his archery. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Delphox from District 2, Angie from District 7, Elfilin from District 5, and Choodle from District 8. All right, 16 minus 4, that's 12 people left. So let me do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people are left, folks. With District 6, 7, and 10 out of play. Top 12 and 3 districts are out. Let's proceed. Boo cries himself to sleep. Luffy tends to his wounds. Jack and Cinderella tell stories about themselves to each other. The Emperor, Nelson, and Gary discuss against what might happen in the morning. Candy throws a knife into Dalstan's head. The very first champion is out. Snappy attacks Jack, but Gothmog protects him, killing Snappy. Ooh, that is not looking good. Luffy attacks Jack, but the Emperor protects him, killing Luffy. Well, only one prediction right this entire season. And oh well, it's not that big a deal. Jack injures himself. Gary steals from Nelson while he isn't looking. Cinderella travels to higher ground. Gothmog camouflages himself in the bushes. Boo fishes. Candy tries to sleep through the entire day. Arena event. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Cinderella survives. Nelson drowns Jack, who thought he was a shark trying to eat him. Gary survives. Cinda Candy drowns Gothmog, who she thought was a shark trying to eat her. Boo eats a scorpion, thinking it's a delicate dessert. Jack survives. The Emperor hugs a huge tracker jacker nest, believing it's a pillow. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Dalsim from District 1, Snappy from District 11, Luffy from District 12, Jack from District 8, Gothmog from District 1, Boo from District 2, and the Emperor from District 3. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left. Districts 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, I guess those are the districts out of play. The top 5 are in. Who are your bets? Who were your bets? Are they alive? Who are your current bets? I guess go Gary Gruberson, because that's the franchise I like the most out of the 5 that are still alive. Let's see. Cinderella lets Jack into her shelter, and Nelson stays awake all night. Candy shoots a poisonous blow dart into Gary's neck, slowly killing him. Well, darn it, I can't have anything right now, can I? The cornucopias replenish the food supply. Supplies, weapons, and memoirs from tribute families. Nelson gathers as much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Cinderella kills Candy as she tries to run, and Jack decides not to go to the feast. Jack practices archery. Nelson receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Cinderella receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Gary from District 12, Candy from District 9. Oh boy, here we go. Districts 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 are out of play. With Jack Welker, Nelson Munson, Princess Cinderella live from Season 1. Who is the best from Season 1? Make your predictions. I'm going to predict that it's Nelson because he has the highest kill count of any of these guys. Jack questions his sanity. Cinderella receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Nelson goes to sleep. Day 7. Nelson makes a slingshot. Cinderella stalks Jack. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 7. Nelson and Jack sleep in shifts. Cinderella cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Alrighty, here we are. It's down to Nelson. Jack ambushes Nelson and kills him. All right, 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cinderella from District 11, Nelson from District 5. Ladies and gents, the winner of Season 1, the best, the very best of Season 1, the champion of champions, the winner is Jack from District 4. All right, and this will conclude Jack champions. Jack finale. No, I'm going to call it the champions episode. All right, that does it for today's episode. Man, that wasn't as explosive as I thought it would be, but here we go, folks. Let's do our recounting. In 24th place, Guy Smiley. In 23rd place, Plate. In 22nd place, 2008. In 21st place, Linda Stotch. In 20th place, Bruce Wayne. In 19th place, Boomy. In 18th place, Pancake. In 17th place, with 1 kill, Adam West. In 16th place, Del Fox. In 15th place, Andy Dankley. In 14th place, Al Fillin. In 13th place with 2 kills, Don Cheadle. In 12th place with 2 kills, Dalsim. In 11th place, Snappy. In 10th place, Monkey D. Luffy. In 9th place, Jack. In 8th place with 3 kills, Gothmog. In 7th place, Boo. In 6th place with 1 kill, Sheev Palpatine. In 5th place with 2 kills, Gary Gruberson. In 4th place with 3 kills, Candy Chew. In 3rd place with 2 kills, Princess Cinderella. In 2nd place with 3 kills, Nelson Muntz. And the winner with 1 kill, Jack Welker. Let's proceed. Here's our summary. It took 8 days, which is a bit on the longer side. In our district placements, we have in 12th place, District 6. In 11th place, District 10. In 10th place, District 7. In 9th place, District 8. In 8th place, District 1. In 7th place, District 2. In 6th place, District 3. In 5th place, District 12. In 4th place, District 9. In 3rd place, District 11. In 2nd place, District 5. And in 1st place, District 4. That is it, folks. That marks the end of Season 1 of the Hunger Games Simulator. And now, I've been saying that this is Season 1, and I bet you guys will all probably have some more suggestions. So, I want this down to be a vote. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you. And I'm going to do a vote. I am completely down to do a season 2. I really am. But I'm not sure if y'all want to watch a season 2. I'll get to working on other content. Trust me, I will. But right now, this is just easy to put out. So, if you want to see a season 2 of this series, I want you to type down in the comments, the games shall continue. And if not, and if you want to see it end here, then just comment game over. So, if you want to see season 2, the game shall continue. If not, game over. Leave a like, and if you really want to see season 2, give a suggestion. But with all that said and done, this is the end of season 1, and I bid you all a good west positioning of the sun. My name is Blue Fang. Peace out.